Born noble, the blood of aristocracy running thick in his veins, Garith was born third, the first son of a satyr mother, a lineage of horn and hoof going back centuries. A house built upon the trade of fine goods from everywhere in the charted world. Gareth's path was direct, his father had said, decided long before he ever came into this world. And how right his father had been, though it would not turn out as the old satyr had wished. Garith was expected, as first son, to take hold the mantle to rule the House Vendemere and all the wealth that came with such titles. But not all paths are written by our fathers, no matter how hard they might wish it so. His sister, just a few years older than he, had been missing most of a full day, and it was very much unlike her to not show for lunch or dinner. Talia had been known to wander a bit, true, enjoying the nature her surroundings afforded her, often daydreaming and watching the sky, but never this long. Never had she not returned. None had seen her, only the general direction on the vast property she had headed. Barely 12 at the time, Garith set out before the search parties. The light of day had almost faded, and though his father forbade him to go after the silly girl, Garith cared deeply for Talia, as he did all his sisters. He set out along the grassy hills and flowered gardens, keeping himself hidden as best he could until he found the forest proper. At its edge, he stood a moment, wondering if she had ventured this far. But that nudge in his stomach told him to keep moving, and so he entered the woods. As they closed around him, Garith pulled the small lantern from his pack and lit the wick. He stumbled through the woods for some time, keeping his eyes forward, searching the darkness, before the ground beneath his feet opened up. He fell some 6 or 7 feet, landing awkwardly on his hooves, the lantern skittering away from him, but luckily not going out. It was then he heard the whimper, followed soon after by the scream. His blood chilled. He knew that voice. Scrambling, he grabbed up the lantern and set forward through an old underground tunnel. Looking at the ground, he could tell someone had come this way recently, the dirt and cobwebs strewn about, disturbed. Soon he found himself plunged into a much larger cavern, and his sister appeared across the way from him, crouched in a corner while several ambling constructs moved menacingly towards her. Their hands outstretched revealed bone and decayed tissue. Their clothes, moth-eaten, hung off of their bodies, now rotting. Garith felt a hot white fire burn in his stomach then. Something came alive inside the boy as his eyes darted around the cavern. He noticed a slight glow from beneath a mound of dirt. Instinct pushed him in that direction while the horde encroached his sister. He reached down into the earth, into the glow, his fingers finding a thick handle. As he pulled the weapon from the earth, the glowing grew brighter, whiter, hotter. The mace came free from the ground, and at once the cavern lit in a momentary bright brilliance. A brilliance Garith felt down to his bone. The creatures then spun on heel, and Garith wasted no time, not yet knowing what he was doing. But he swung with an inherent instinct, as if the mace itself were guiding him, and obliterated each of the creatures. Once done, standing there, the mace dripping with refuse, the white fire in Gareth's stomach settling, he knew he was different. He hadn't until then known such creatures existed. Such evil roamed the world, especially here within the land of his very home. But he then knew his path. His father, yes, would make an outcast of him, revoking the name of Vendemere. But little did he know those actions, a father's disappointment, a father's despair at losing an heir to a frivolous and albeit dangerous cause, would set Garith on the path he was destined for. So Garith Vendemere is one of my characters. Hey, Mickey Three Knuckles! What's up, brother?
What's up, Michael?
So Gareth is my Satyr Cleric, who, after a chance encounter with some zombies, Skelly Boys, found that he is basically driven to vanquish all evil from the world. Um, yeah, that's about that.